topic that people have been talking about is this Lil Nas X. First and foremost, a couple days before he dropped this music video, which I don't even know the name. I don't care to know the name, to be completely honest. Do we have the name? Montero?
Call you by my name.
Montero.
By your name.
Some Satan worshiper stuff that's not acceptable. And then a couple days later, he announced some deal with Nike.
Nike just came against it, saying it's not their shoe.
It's not their shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't
so
approve
the
of
video said it was a Nike shoe,
Mm-hmm.
and it was numbered 666, which is weird. There's only gonna be 666 of them made, and that's the last time I'm gonna say those numbers in a row like that. And also on top of that, there was blood in the shoes, which is really weird as well.
Yeah.
On top of like Machine Gun Kelly having Megan Fox's blood in his necklace, which is really weird too. But anyway, what's your take on it?
I mean, my initial take, it's weird, The music video, he's grinding on Satan and doing a bunch of shit, It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the music video. I've just seen the clips. It's been a trending topic the last week or something?
Week or so,
If
yeah.
that.
I don't know if the music video usually come out like Friday, but I feel like it came out a couple days before, like a Wednesday or something. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And then the shoes came out a couple days later.
I wonder if the
week.
shoe thing is real.
So you're saying Nike came out and said it wasn't Nike?
Yeah, it's not their shoe, but I think what they're doing is they're taking whatever that base shoe and customizing it and then releasing it themselves. I don't know if
So
it's
who's
even
making
a real
the shoe
thing.
then?
I forget. It's some little brand.
Okay.
If it's real, I don't know if it's real. It just might be a marketing thing.
The shoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the shoe's real.
Nonetheless, they're pushing the 666 thing, the
Right.
Satan thing. He's grinding on Satan in like a weird like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion way.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they said grinding, I thought they meant like dancing up on, not like riding him like backwards, like a
Oh no, like a legit
legit getting
dance.
it in, yeah. Cowgirl type stuff.
Right.
So that was weird. The crazy thing about this was it got a lot of people in an uproar. People on Facebook, and one of my best friends who I play Xbox with, he was in an uproar about it yesterday.
Was
To
he?
the point where he sent me a text wanting to join child trafficking, like a free thing. Yeah, let me pull what that's uproar called. He wants but he kept going on for it. He he don't know really what to say about it. Operation Underground Railroad. He sent me. Yeah, like helps child trafficking. So the point was it stemmed this evil thing and got people real in their positive bag to the point where people were posting stuff on Facebook and acting woke. The thing is this though, with the 666, people just haven't been paying attention. I could have told you guys this 7, 8, 9 years ago. I mean, even some of the biggest artists we like, from Drake, from the Six, but his biggest tour was 666. That was his biggest tour. That tour was, but he just covered it up with From the Six. Jay-Z had a whole album called Lucifer. One of the main songs was called Lucifer. Jehovah is another word for Satan or something. I forget the breakdown, but I mean these are just two of the biggest artists, Jay-Z and Drake, who have pushed the devil and Satan numbers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I was even watching this QAnon thing, and this ties into the Lil Nas X thing. But this QAnon documentary, a 6-part series on HBO, and I guess the QAnon thing, which I heard about for the last year or so, and I guess it's been since 2017. A lot of the Trump supporters, it was basically like the woke Trump supporters. It
was the conspiracy theory
exactly.
Trump
So
supporters,
it was the woke, the Trump people who believe like
anti-vaxxers.
Hillary Clinton and them were worshiping babies and blood sacrifice, and that's why I'm kind of tying them in together. And but like I watched the show, and I'm like, you guys are hillbillies who want to act smart. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys are. First off, they feel like they're making an impact, but they're not. Just because you're posting something on Facebook looking woke doesn't really matter if you can't make a real impact in real life.
Yeah.
You're not even comfortable in your own skin, so you're not even comfortable around your own kids. I come around these people's kids, and the kids feel uncomfortable. Why? Because the parents are uncomfortable. These same parents are acting woke on Facebook like they're saying something. You don't even drink enough water or get enough sleep, let alone your diet's not right and you're not in shape and you're taking too much medicine or drinking too much. So it doesn't really matter what you say on Facebook or you go to the QAnon rally and post something. You guys aren't healthy. Your chakras aren't aligned. The real shit is metaphysics. It's real. Is your real vibration. It starts from within. So, and the reason I want to bring that up is that energy that Lil Nas X is really putting out doesn't matter unless you give it energy. So it doesn't matter. So, anyway.
Yeah. Well, so what I saw here, can you look at your screen real quick? Because Lil Nas X he posted this on TikTok the other day. Here, let me see if I can find it. And this is to combat it. So this is what he's saying. He's just kind of nodding and agreeing with this tweet, which says Lil Nas X music video literally portrayed the fact that he isn't bothered with the idea of going to hell if that means he gets to accept who he is and his sexuality. So, like, basically he's saying how everyone thinks all gays are going to hell and things like that. And he's kind of combating that. He's like, yeah, I'm gay, so if I got to go to hell, I'm going to go to hell. It's like, he's like, I don't know what term I'm trying to look
double
for.
Double downing on it all.
Yeah, he's just kind of playing with it,
yeah.
you know. He's
and
like,
that's fine.
You know, and combating Christianity almost, like, you know, because, I mean, it's against the Bible to be homosexual. So he's like, yeah, I mean, if I have to be sent to hell to be gay, I think that's what he's trying to say he's portraying in the music.
So he's almost
video,
trolling in his own way.
Yeah, he's kind of trolling Christians and stuff, you know, and that's like a pop culture thing now. Like a lot of people in my age group and maybe a little older, from like, you know, young, like 16 to 27, maybe, like pushing the satanic thing and pushing devil and stuff. It's like kind of a cool thing right now, you know. Like I see a lot of girls with demonic things representing, and like these, and back in the day that wouldn't have been accepted, but right now there's a heavy push towards that, you know. And it's probably a lot of it's due to the push of these type of things in mainstream media, you know. Like you said, all the biggest artists kind of have that push and that wave, you know. Right. So this might be him fighting against Christians and against the social norms and, like, you know, people to accept his sexuality. But, like, again, he is a mainstream artist that appeared out of nowhere, and he is still pushing this devil narrative. I guess he does kill Satan in the music video.
Okay, good. He like takes his place, and then he's Satan.
Is that what he does?
I saw the end of it. Yeah.
Okay.
He like takes his head off or something, and gets in the seat, and he's like the king.
I couldn't even click on it.
Like he kinged Satan.
Okay.
But and to add on what you're saying, you know the problem is this. It's again, if you look into any of the stuff back in the day, I mean, the music industry has always been pushing dark. At the end of the day, it's dark versus light. They've always pushing darkness, whether it's drugs. And Future's biggest song was Percocets, Molly Percocets. You know, whether it's being derogatory to women or you know, pushing the drug culture in general and killing each other, and then people are getting killed. It's always been pushing this dark energy, but that's the business, you know. So. But the point is, even with this, even if you're trolling, it's still programming. It's video programming. So whether it's my 6-year-old or a 12-year-old, you know, it's still programming, and you don't know where that programming might take someone, and that's the problem. So it might be a troll. We're grown, so we know how to decipher. We know how we have a filter, but not everyone has a filter. So we don't know what that darkness programs into the mind, and that's the dangerous thing. Especially
when it gets this much positive feedback too. Like people
it gets
are
this much feedback.
Right, yeah. And then when people see things are getting attention, most people want love and attention, so they'll mimic that.
Exactly.
You know? So that's what the issue with this is like, you know, kids will probably look up to Lil Nas X. You're saying you've seen more of the contradictory push on the other side, like people pushing against this music video and stuff.
Well, I saw it. I mean, you just mentioned the one thing. I'm not on social media right now, but
so
you mentioned that.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing. I've seen more support towards Lil Nas X and like pushing.
I don't want to say
like,
who, but you told me someone in the car, you know, posted it on their thing.
Yeah.
Family member.
Okay. Yeah.
Posted it on, you know.
Yeah, but I've seen more. Yeah, that's one example. Yeah. But for the most part in TikTok and things, I've seen more supportive things, and people like that he's trolling Christianity and things, you know. Okay. And it's a statistic. Like more people are going towards being atheists and against religion. You know, the further on you go. So.
And again, it's even what you said too about the monogamous thing. You said a lot of kids are doing that now. Remember I brought up Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah, the open relationships.
The thing is, again, and that's the issue with all this. It's you know, it's if it's good versus evil or dark versus light, whatever you want to call it. It's pushing through the opposite of having honor, having character, having integrity with one person. It's pushing to all these things that make you hollow, and in that you can't make a real presence anyway because your character's hollow and your energy's hollow and your chakras aren't aligned because you're unhealthy and don't get enough sleep. Right. But and the only other thing I'm going to say with this was The Lil Nas X, I lost track of what I was gonna say, but
Well, I have another point to make.
for it.
Like both of us understand the push against Christianity and things, because there are a lot of dogmas that are associated with religion,
Sure.
you know. But at the same time, there are some basic principles
Mm-hmm.
that are established that have continued through human history
Right.
that have gotten us to this point.
Sure.
So yes, of course, there's a lot of negatives that reside from those past beliefs and in religions, but at a certain point you're taking it too far. Just because there's certain dogmas in religion doesn't mean all the basic principles of it are negative, you
Sure.
know? And I think we're at this point right now where the pendulum swings almost a little too far, a little too away from
Too dark.
home, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, yeah, we should be more accepting of people if they feel a certain way, whatever it might be. But at the same time, like, pushing against monogamy and basic human principles that have gotten us to this advanced society that we're at, you know, that's the basic fundamentals of our society and
Exactly.
what's helping us advance,
Right.
you know.
And-
And
yeah.
the pushing away, like, you know, and we could go deep into the negative push towards men and toxic masculinity and just going against the basic human principles that have been established, even genders. Like, now they're saying genders are fluid. We're going so far from baseline that we're just too far in a point. And I believe we will come back to a little bit more of a centered line. But at this point in time, we've just swung way too far, you know.
Right.
And hopefully we can get back to those basic principles, because if not, you know, it's going to be a negative turn, you know.
And that's well put. You know, I don't really got much to say else on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, every religion it's a good versus evil story.
Right.
All the religion.
And like
and they're pushing the principles for the light to portray over the darkness.
Exactly.
And
there's
stuff like this is dark, trying to
Right.
overshadow the light.
Yeah.
And that, to bring this all full circle, that's why the real thing now is to build the light within.
Mm-hmm.
It's all within us, and then we have the light. You know, it's what the Star Wars are saying. You have the lightsaber. You have the forces with you. That's why I want to do Jedi Jiu-Jitsu. That's why it's so important to me, because it's about putting the green out into the air, into the world, or the light out into the world. Instead, the red, the dark, is trying to overcome the light.
Yeah.
But it's our job to carry the light. But anyway.
Did you see? I saw Joe Budden.
Get Lil Nas X on my thing, please.
Yeah,
I wanna see
that
it.
up for you.
And he made some video on his YouTube too, like apologizing for the shoe. We just pulled it up from a day ago, and it goes for like, oh, so I hear everyone upset about the shoe, and then goes right to the music video of him like twerking on Satan.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I wanna
so
see this.
here's Nick Young. He tweeted, "My kids will never play Old Town Road again. I'm still debating about wearing Nike after
That's
this
what
come
Nick said,
Nike a
too.
drop of blood for real." And then he apologized for it and said he got hacked. I mean, he just probably got a lot of hate for that initial tweet. But then he's talking about, look, y'all can beef with the devil if y'all want. I was hacked in the name of Jesus. I don't want no smoke. I'm going to say it first. I'm sorry, Lil Nas X. I hope y'all believe in that kind of thing. Forgiveness. These hackers keep getting, like, you know, I think he posted that, got a lot of hate, and then made up a story about him
if you
getting
go against
hacked.
him, then all the, you know,
Yeah.
LBGT, you know,
Well,
whatever,
just, yeah.
they use that against you. Only hate him because he's, you know,
Right.
gay, blah blah blah. Like, so he has this backing that really you can't even attack him.
And if you,
But I can attack him if he's selling shoes with blood and put him 666 on it. That's not good. That's
and
dark.
it's like, if you're falling under a certain category at this point in time, like if you're gay or under a certain sexual orientation or anything in that matter, right now you're like unattackable. Right. So no matter what you say, even if there is an argument against it, you can't say that, because then you know, add all the titles that you want, are homophobic, whatever it might be, you know.
Right.
But
that's funny. Yeah, Nick Young definitely got hate and just brought that
and then
back. He should
made
have
out
on
that he got hacked. Yeah,
that's funny.
But I'm happy that Nike came out against it. And
I hope so,
because
he even said that was the same thing that Nick Young said. Nick Hornbeck said that too. He's like, Nike. That's the kind of stuff that'll make me never buy Nike again.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I would never buy Nike again.
But so it's not Nike though.
It's not Nike.
Okay. So we'll see how this all pans out. And maybe it was, you know, nowadays it was probably a part of the marketing scene to push his video even more.
Oh, it was, yeah.
You know?
100%.
Right. And even to the point where that Machine Gun Kelly video we saw, again, it's back to that programming. If Machine Gun Kelly puts fight, and punching dudes in the street, it's just not good programming at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So Chance the Rapper won't do that stuff, but then Chance the Rapper gets all the hate in the world. Chance the Rapper talks about marriage and positive thing and talks about God, but he gets hated. And the kids now talk shit about Chance.
Right.
But
same with Russ. When Russ was coming out against everyone pushing the popping pills and the zanies and everything, fuck Russ was a trending hashtag.
Thing. Which we know. Again,
hating on Russ was the biggest thing. Like, you know, you should be pushing against kids becoming drug addicts. And the fact that people, like, can't conceptualize that, it doesn't make sense to me, you know. But People just need to grow
They're
up.
poisoned by the darkness and don't know the difference.
Yeah.
The delusional. But all right, that's it with the Lil Nas X. Yeah. All right, so let's do. Tell him.
Like and subscribe.
What else? Hit the chime button.
Notifications.
Yeah.
Notifications.
Notifications. Where should they find us at? Where are we on now?
Instagram, Spotify.
Instagram, Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music.
Apple Music,
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the podcast called?
Candy shows.
Yeah.